What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James, man. I'm back in the building. And just going to give my quick thoughts. It's Monday. We're going to do a video every Monday. Call it Monday Musing. Just on the Cowboys news, latest things that are going on in Cowboys land from my perspective. So, first of all, I have some really good news, at least for myself. Hopefully it'll be for y'all. But I basically just signed with Pro Football Dogs. It's a new up-and-coming company. They have college football dogs that's been very successful the last few years. We've been talking back and forth, been in negotiations. Finally signed my deal. I'll be putting that on my YouTube page and my community section. But we're signing on with Pro Football Dogs. It's a up-and-coming company. They really went hard in the college game. Got a lot of good podcasts with the college game, and they want to jump on in the pro league, and they already got some good people there, and they kind of want me to be the flagship of that particular brand. So I'll be able to keep my channel and everything, but there's going to be some definite upgrades to my channel. Producer, graphics, music, the works. You'll see it. We're trying to get the media credentials. That's the biggest thing. Interviews, football, hopefully it goes down. Excited about it. So, prayers up for me, my family, as we go and embark into this journey with the company. So, shout out to Pro Football Dogs for the opportunity. And let's get it, man, as I say. So, I want to talk about a few things. I don't want to be long, but obviously I never really watched the CeeDee Lamb, Micah Parsons interview. I didn't watch Stephen A. Smith and Micah, but I just watched the CeeDee Lamb and Micah, and then I watched the Stephen A. Smith and Micah. So, just my quick initial thoughts. First, I'll go with the CeeDee Lamb and Micah interview because that's been going on and that's been popping, right? So, I'll be honest with you. I think I spoke on it before how I ain't tripping on Micah with the podcast because this is the day and age now. Every player is going to have a podcast. I mean, at least the top guys seem like they're going to have one. So, that's just it's part of the landscape now. Podcasts are where it's at. Players getting on them, that's their way of venting, be able to talk because they can't talk anywhere else. So, first I want to speak on that podcast because I was going back and forth on it last year. Man, you talking too much on that podcast. Then I look and be like, I kind of like it because you give perspective. So, from my thoughts on Micah's podcast, I feel like it's a good thing because it ain't going nowhere. This is the way of the future of the NFL podcast. Getting these guys tweet. So the old school player can't get mad at the new school player because they didn't do that. Because if there was social media back in that day, they'd have been doing it too. So they can't hate on it. The old school can't hate on that new school because if that stuff was back then, most of y'all that are hating on it be tweeting. Most of y'all tweeting now. Y'all old heads that are hating on it, y'all got Twitter. Y'all on shows, you feel me? So you can't really hate on that and you just talking trash with it. So that's why I had to back up off that because this is the wave. This is where it is. Now, with that podcast, when CeeDee Lamb came on there and I watched it, shout out to Bitches Who Love Sports. I believe that's her show. Shout out to her because I wasn't going to watch that podcast. I don't watch other people's podcasts. I'm going to just keep it real. And it's no hate. There's a lot of bangers out there in the Cowboys community, everywhere. There's a lot of good podcasts out there. I don't really watch them. I don't really watch a lot of sports podcasts. I watch a little clip of it and then I'll go my way because I just don't want to do it. I don't. So I don't be really because most of those are just drama filled, in my opinion, and it's just drama. And I don't like drama. I don't want to be around it. I don't like drama. I don't like being near it. And most of those podcasts that are out now are drama, and I don't want to hear that stuff, so I don't listen to them. But in this particular case with Micah and CeeDee, with Bitches Love Sports, shout out to her because she did a really good breakdown on CeeDee Lamb when he was talking about certain things. And if it wasn't for her posting that on Twitter, I probably wouldn't have watched that interview. It made me want to watch that interview. So some of the things CeeDee and Lamb was talking about and Micah, I ain't mad at it because, see, the thing that I like about their podcast, well, Micah's podcast is, and then you bringing CeeDee on there, this is their stuff. This is Micah's stuff. So he has free reign to talk how he wants to talk, say what he wants to say. Because these players before couldn't say what they wanted to say. And when those microphones go in them face after the game is over, you ain't getting a real answer. They're not telling you the real truth. Because most of them don't trust them reporters. Because them reporters are just trying to get a story, try to twist it, get clout, just to get their stuff up. So they don't trust half of them reporters that are in them locker rooms. Right? And then them guys that sit down with them is the team setting up the interviews. They ain't trying to be honest. They just going to say what they going to say just to get you off their head because the team is organizing an interview, or they probably don't even like the guy that's interviewing them. So why should I give you as a player all this good stuff and I don't even like you? I don't trust you. You're probably going to go twist my words, and then what? You get what I'm saying? So I feel them, how they don't want to open up to them guys because they ask stupid, retarded questions. Half of them are fake. They don't care about you. They just want their story. So I feel them players not wanting to open up to them or anybody. You should come on our stuff, though, because we'll find a word. We be banging. We the truth as far as letting you be how you want to be. But that's neither here or there. That was a selfish plug. But it's their way of being able to talk, and I can say whatever the hell I want. I would love to be able to go on a podcast and talk about my job and say all the things I don't like and don't get fired. Must be nice. You athletes, I ain't gonna hate on y'all, but bro, y'all be crying in these streets and y'all got it good. Like, I get it, but y'all can go on a podcast, talk trash about your boss, and nothing happened. Y'all are millionaires. You feel me? Y'all are millionaires. So the stuff y'all kind of get frustrated with fans, I get it. Fans get on your nerves, but you making $30 million a year and some people are trolling you. People troll me on my social media all the time. And I ain't getting paid that money. If I was getting paid $20 million and y'all trolling me, man, I wouldn't even be tripping on y'all. You feel me? But that CeeDee Lamb, what I heard where he was like, I ain't trying to call nobody out. I'm dogs with my dog Dak. But if you saying I'm the number one guy, why only getting this many receptions? I thought we all had this talk after week 5, and we all knew about that talk after week 5. We all knew because we saw it. I thought we had that understanding. I'm the number one guy. I need to be getting it like the number one guy. I ain't trying to call nobody out. But hey, if I'm the man, you need to treat me like I'm the man. You feel me? So it was like he said, I wasn't going at Dak. But it must have been talking about McCarthy or that play calling. But I just heard a lot of realness from that. Like, yeah, we got to step up. Yeah, we got to be better. I wish I would have. Y'all had 3 years of it. It frustrates me because it's like 3 years in, y'all should know better. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 years in, 3 straight playoffs, you should know better. But when I heard CeeDee Lamb, I felt him when he was like, they get the ball first. They can't, this the playoffs. They can't take it all the way down the field and score. And then we come back in on the 3 and out. I felt that because we all felt the same thing. And that's why it was frustrated. Like, they just came down the field, bro, and scored on us. And we got a 3 and out. This game going to get away from us. He's frustrated. He's mad. But I feel him when he says, I got to be better, though. I got to be better and not just sit and soak. I got to go, hey, come on, y'all. We messed up, but come on. I got to inspire everybody because when we just sitting there like that, we looking defeated. It festers. It festers throughout the team. The team takes on it. And then next thing you know, the whole thing was flat. And that's what it was. Like, And so I appreciate both of them saying we need to be better leaders. We got the talent. We need to be better leaders. You should have already seen it, but you're young. You're both, I believe, under 25. So it's still a young age. You're still learning the process, but you've been in the league 4 years. You kind of should know it by now, CeeDee. You kind of should know it by now, Micah. But I get it. At least you're understanding it and seeing it for what it is. And you're saying we need to get better. I respect that. But I feel him when he was like, bro, this playoffs, we got to get better. But, he's saying he's on board with that. I feel like this podcast is necessary because they're going to tell us things that we would not hear any other time because they're being free with it. Ain't nobody telling them what to do. They can do how they want with it. So I feel like we're going to get more nuggets from them than we would before. We're not going to get them nuggets from them reporters because they fake. They want to keep them stories and they ain't going to let nobody else. They don't want nobody else in because they don't want nobody taking their job. So they keep them exclusives. But now we don't got to rely on them. We don't got to rely on those exclusives and y'all getting the stories and keeping them to yourself because you don't want nobody else getting on, being gatekeepers. Well, I'm glad Micah got his podcast because now we don't got to listen to you gatekeepers. Now we can listen to it come straight from their mouth and they can tell us what it really is, what's really going on in there. You feel me? So I like that aspect of the podcast. We ain't got to listen to them reporters. I can listen to the players. They have their own podcast and they can tell us what the hell's going on. They can give us that inside stuff. They can tell us, hey, this is tripping. I ain't trying to say no names, but this is going on. Oh, okay. Connect the dots. So I respect that. Thank you. Now, the stuff with Stephen A. Smith, I ain't really putting no weight in that because I don't really pay no attention to Stephen A. Smith. But I like how Micah was coming at him like, bro, you got this double standard. Like, you got higher different standards for Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes or Jalen Hurts than you got with Dak. It's the truth. Because it's the Dallas Cowboys. So that back and forth, I just felt like Micah was really just thwarting a lot of things you were saying. Like, oh, what about this? Come on, dog. You know this as a team game. And yes, we got to be better on defense. And yes, like, I respect how Micah is, he is a person that's going to speak his mind. And he is a person that's going to take it in and listen. Like, okay, you know what? I need to get better. CeeDee, you know what? I need to get better. Like, I respect that from these young guys. You know what I mean? I respect that from these young guys. At least they're self-reflecting. They have self-awareness. Now, if y'all say all this and then y'all don't go do it, then I don't respect it. Then it was just clout. So I'm going to be watching the stuff that y'all said and see if y'all put it into play this year. Okay? So that's just me on that. Now, another thing I noticed was Micah always spoke highly of Jerry, but never of Steven. And in that interview with CeeDee, they don't never speak on Steven. Nobody ever speaks on Steven. Nobody ever speaks glowingly of Stephen Jones. I wrote an article in 2016 when I came out of media school saying, I'm glad we got Stephen Jones because I was brainwashed with Jerry's overspending and why are you getting this player? Why are you getting, and I was mad. You're overspending, but he was trying to make the team better. Yeah, he might have dropped the ball. Jerry might have dropped the ball on them picks, Joey Galloway, maybe Roy Williams, but he was trying, dog. He was trying. I want a Super Bowl. I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So if I gotta spend this money, give these up, this pick, that pick, whatever, I'm gonna do whatever to make us win. And I used to get mad at that. And then when I saw Stephen Jones come in the picture and like, see, we can't be spending all that money. Stephen Jones got me brainwashed in 2016. We can't be spending all that money. Now, I understand the concept of you can't be spending high-end money on less talented players. I get that. I feel that. Okay? And this ain't even about players got to like Stephen Jones because you ain't got to be liked to be good. Okay, you ain't got to be liked to be good. But the problem with this is nobody ever gives this dude love, and he keep on acting like he the football guy of this, and you not. And you the money man of it as far as doing things, but you make everybody work for their money. Everybody. You feel me? And the thing I don't like about what Stephen Jones is that not only are you scary, you conservative, and you not looked at it seems like in a good light by the players. And then you always never really want to give the players their money. They always got to fight for their money like hard. Like, it's just crazy. And y'all try to model that Patriot way, but y'all not close to that, and I think that's the fundamental problem. Jerry always meddling and too power hungry. You 81 years old, it's about time for you to delegate. And you want to always have all the power. And that's the problem with me, because you're 81. And you got to delegate, bro. Like, all titles still? Damn, it's not working. You got to change that. You do. It's not working. And then Stephen Jones. We love how you cap guy. You keep that cap manageable, right? But you so scary now with it, you don't want to jump out there. You say you the Patriot way. Well, the Patriot way, what they were doing was when they were looking at them contracts all the time. And they said, we might probably not going to be able to sign this player. So what we're going to do, we're going to get rid of him 2 years ahead of time and get picks for him. Or we know we ain't going to sign him, so let's cut him now. Or we know we're going to sign him and we 2 years in, let's go ahead and just hit him up now so we can beat the curve. Y'all ain't willing and dealing like that. So y'all not the Patriot way. Y'all keep players too long. Y'all keep too invested. I keep on hearing, is Tyron Smith going to come back? That's too long. Oh, but if he can play still one of the best. So does that thwart you from drafting the left tackle? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all hold on players. Like, even with D-Law, I seen somebody say, should we bring D-Law back? Why don't you see this? Get a feeler like, what is D-Law worth? What can I get from him? Not saying I'm going to trade you, but what can I get for you? There should be certain people in the Cowboys land that kind of untouchable. But then there should be other people that be like, y'all ain't untouchable and it don't matter. We're always looking to upgrade this team. Not take y'all all the way till we can't use you no more and then get rid of you and we can't do nothing with it. No, you should be like Zach Martin and them, DeMarcus Lawrence. Y'all should put feelers out there just to see if it would work. You know, not saying you would get rid of them, but that's why the Patriots were so good, because they was always wheeling and dealing and getting picks. They weren't good at drafting, but Cowboys are pretty good at drafting, so you could flip those picks and get players. Like, you get what I'm saying? Stop keeping these players until they ain't good no more, and then you want to let them ride out no sun. No, this is the NFL. You got to wheel and deal, and that's the problem, and I feel like that's the fundamental problem. Jerry is still too power hungry. He won't give up stuff. I don't care about title, GM title, but you got to give up some of the depth, some of this power, dog. You 81 and you still want to control everything. That's the problem with Dallas. And then Stephen Jones always wants to nickel and dime everybody. And then y'all don't ever want to get aggressive with trading. Y'all don't want to get aggressive in the draft. Y'all don't want to y'all go the safe and easy way, like by the book. We have this many picks. We have this many consequences. You feel me? Like, y'all do everything just by the book. Y'all don't ever try to jump out your comfort zone. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's try this. Let's see that. Y'all don't do it. Y'all let's just do it this way and let's just stay this way. And that's my problem with Dallas. That's my problem. And that's going to forever be my problem unless they change that, because those things filter down to the team and then the team performs bad as well.